would you say is the right time to get married? Should one get married in 20s? Should one get married in 30s? Should one not get married? What do you think? So a lot of my friends keep asking me about when is the right time to get into a relationship, how to choose a life partner wisely. I mean, these are the questions we have been a lot of people discuss a lot about. So that's something today I want to talk about. How do you make this decision? It seems like it's very easy. Your life partner or your soulmate just will walk by, and then it's easily that you will get someone. But it's a very hard, very difficult decision. I was recently tweeting about it, saying that I think so finding a job is easier than finding a life partner, and it requires a lot of effort. So that's something I would today be talking about. Our lives are very different. I keep saying that modern life requires modern solutions. So when somebody is asking, when should we get married, at what age, it also requires that what are you expecting out of life? What is the purpose of marriage in your life? Now think about it. In our, for our grandparents' time, a lot of them, I don't know about yours, but a lot of them married at, they were married off by, they were when they're in their teenage, 16, 17, 18, 19. So by the time they were in 20s, they already had children, early 20s. It changed by the time our parents' generation, that they were getting married off in 23, 24. And again, this actually varies in communities to communities. Some communities they marry very early, some communities they marry comparatively later in 20s, but generally it was happening that people were getting married in 20s. I had this great experience recently where one of the persons from Urban Club had come, and she was helping me with hair spa. And we were just talking about experiences, life experiences, and her experience really moved me. So she was this person who just had a baby. She was 25, and she was telling me how she married at the age of 19, and then it was a love marriage. And she was like this is her words, okay, meri life barbaad ho gayi, my life is spoiled, destroyed. And I was asking her why does she think that. And she was like, nobody told me, nobody stopped me from getting married young. I was very young. I had so many hopes, I had so many so many dreams. And after marriage it all got stopped, destroyed. Nobody really told her, nobody really prepared her what really happens after marriage. She said, I was only 19, I was in love. Nobody told me that love and marriage is two different things. And she's very young, 25, and I am this hardcore romantic optimist who can't see a young person losing their dreams. So I was like, no man, you're just 25, you're so young, so much can be done. And she was like, no, I have a baby now, I have a life has changed after marriage. So it really started making me ask these questions. I know people who have married in 30s who are very happy. I know people who have married early 20s who are very happy. I know people who have married in the late 40s, who have married again in 50s, and they are happy. So the problem is not with marriage as per se. The problem is, when are we ready to get married? What is the time in which we feel like we all have different life journeys. When you feel like okay, now it's the time, maybe I should have a life partner. And I think that's the conversation none of us are having. So the real question then would be, why does one want to get married? And that's a question we have to answer. So these are some of my suggestions that I think so we should ask ourselves before getting married. Do we feel like we are ready now, emotionally, ready to have somebody of whom we can take care? Are we ready to be taken care of? That's another thing. A lot of us maybe are not ready to share our lives. We all are used to living a certain kind of life. Suddenly we have to share that with somebody else. Are we ready for that? Financially, are we ready to start sharing finances? It's very tough. It's very tough. Suddenly, till today you were just taking care of yourself and your parents, maximum maybe friends, and now suddenly there's a whole person with whom you have to share your finances, maybe take care of them. And fourth is, are you willing to compromise? Okay, that's not the right word, but are you willing to let go of some of your dreams? It is gonna happen, and I think so we should be aware of it, that our dreams would change. We might have to change about our we might have to balance our dreams. So what till what aspects of the dreams are we willing to compromise or alter? And that's an honest conversation that we need to have. These are some of the questions that will help us think through. But about this age thing, I would say is, There is no right age. It's only when you feel like, because we all have our personal journeys. Some of us might have figured out by 18, you know what, I want to be an engineer, I'm going to stick to that. Some of us by the age of 25, 26 feel like, you know what, engineering is not working for me, I'm going to move into filmmaking. Some of us by the age of 31 might feel like, you know what, even filmmaking is not working for me, maybe I'll be a full-time YouTuber. And that's the beauty of life, we are allowed to change as we grow. But that's the difference with marriage also. As we are growing, we also should be looking for a partner who's willing to grow with you. I'm not saying that after 31 you won't feel like changing your life. Inshallah, we should have a lot of energy that even at 40 you want to start all over again. I want to become a painter. Life is so beautiful. There's so much to do. Ashneer Grover recently made a statement that people should marry early, like in their early 20s, because he said people are wasting time. Yeah, get married off, and then you can achieve your goals, dreams. Then you have energy to do whatever you want to do. I thought about it, and there are parts of it that I agree with him. That there's a lot of time spent. I do agree that thinking about love, relationships take up a lot of energy. I do agree with, but I also feel like more than the relationship, it's the work on oneself that is required. If you have done that work in your in your teenage, go ahead and marry early, no problem. But if you haven't done that work, if you haven't really deeply thought about who you are, what you want, and you quickly get married because it's just one of the tasks, it's a huge mistake. So I won't say that get early married up. I would say, yeah, definitely work on yourself more. How to work on yourself, I would say it's a complete different YouTube episode which we will work on. But for now, this is my suggestion. It's not like once you marry it's over. You can always marry again, you can always work with your partner, you can build yourself. But it is an important decision. Some people say it's the most important decision of your life, who your life partner is gonna be. So please choose wisely, choose yourself wisely, because it matters. And take your time, don't be under peer pressure, take your time. But more than anything, more than time, think, invest in yourself and grow with yourself, and then I'm sure you will be happy and you will find a partner who will complement you. Let me know what are your thoughts. Do let me know in the comment section what are some of the best ages that you think one should get married. Are there any successful couples that you have seen that have cracked this code? And also, people, thank you so much for all your love that you have been showing. Keep subscribing, please keep sharing the video.